This is the guide to how to complete Prophecy in Season 15. This encounter has two sections that are the same layout. A long hallway with 3 side corridors connecting to another long hallway. There are various objects casting shadows while other areas remain in light. You must stand in the dark or light while killing a knight to spawn light or dark motes. You need to reach the maximum amount of motes, which is 5, to then carry the motes to the end of the hallway where 2 bowls reside, 1 light and 1 dark. To release the mote, step on the bowl and press your fire or shoot button. Do this for both light and dark bowls in each hallway to proceed to a mountain of debris, climb up, and you would have reached the first boss. For the first boss, have 1 person on your team running particle deconstruction if a fusion or linear fusion rifle is your strat. Here are my top 4 recommendations for damage. This boss fight is on a floating island, so please be sure to avoid being knocked off. This boss is immune until 2 light bowls and 2 dark bowls have been released. Knights will spawn around the edge of the island. Kill the knights and gather their motes, just like the first encounter. Scions will also spawn here and multiply. Blinding grenades, as well as other add clear weapons, are great for dealing with them. After releasing all 4 bowls, they will flip upside down and DPS phase has begun. A Well of Radiance or Bubble Titan with weapons of light are great here. After the first boss is dead, proceed into the Swirling Void and enter the Wasteland. Here, you must find and destroy 3 blights. Once all the blights have been destroyed, a white orb will be in the center of the area. Go close to it and watch the direction it disappears to. This is the direction of the next group of blights. Do this 3 times, and now use your ghost to see the direction you need to go in order to reach the next encounter. This room is the internal parts of a cube. You will see the white orb on one of the 4 sides to start. This corresponds to the pillar of light you need to release. If there is no orb, the side of the room you choose or pillar you choose does not matter. Do whichever is easiest based on the room you're in. To spawn the knights, you must kill the sniping hobgoblins above you. 1 dead sniper is equivalent to 1 knight spawn, allowing you to grab motes of light or dark. Upon release, go to the middle and ascend into the floating cube, and you will be on a new side of the room. Rinse and repeat this strategy. Eventually, you will end up in a room with 2 bosses spawning. They do not have a lot of health, so you can quickly kill them, and the loot chest will then spawn with a path out just above it. You'll find yourself in the Wasteland again, but all you have to do is go slightly to the right and head in this direction you see on screen, or follow the teleporting boss to the exit. Now you have reached the very trippy Sparrow Track. You simply need to end up at the end of the track, so just keep going down in that general direction. There is a point at which the track flips, so take this path to get back onto the track. Also, by jumping on floating platforms, you can take this all the way down and avoid driving altogether if driving on the track is too difficult for you. Eventually, you will be shot like a cannonball into the entrance of the final boss arena. Waiting for you will be a giant group of Thal above the left and right staircase. Kill them and proceed. Final boss, again just like the first, have 1 person on your team running particle deconstruction if a fusion or linear fusion rifle is your strategy. Here are my top 5 recommendations for DPS. This fight again asks you to grab motes and release the pillars. Look around the room to know what motes you need. After releasing a pillar, an ogre will spawn. Kill it and then carry on to the next pillar. On the 3rd and final pillar, the boss will fly into the center of the room where you can start DPS. All players must be there to start. After teleporting, you will see the boss and floating islands. The boss has a wave attack that, if not dodged, can teleport you back where you come in from, which would be bad since there is a mechanic on the left side of your screen indicating a debuff that you have. If the buff hits ×10, you die. To make the debuff go down, stay close to the boss because it radiates a wave of energy that depletes the debuff. A large part of damage is in the first 12 to 18 seconds before the boss teleports for the first time, forcing you to move forward. Pop supers during this part like Bubble and Well to buff your damage. Follow the boss while DPSing until it eventually fly back into the void or U1 phase. If it does fly back into the void, you must follow it into a new part of the room you were previously in. This is where you must repeat the moat process until you get to your next DPS phase. Do this until the boss dies, and you'll be teleported into a room with the final chest. And that is how you complete Prophecy in Season 15. I hope you all found this useful. Please remember to like the video and maybe subscribe for more Destiny 2 content.